As a fellow New Yorker, I think one of the things that we should talk about here is also one of the disgusting legacies after 9/11 has been the targeting and racism against Muslim Americans throughout the United States of America. And this is an extension of that legacy. Consistency, there is nothing consistent with the Republican Party's continued attack except for the racism and incitement of violence against women of color in this body.
Yep, Omar's the perfect anti-American scapegoat because she's black, Muslim, and doesn't buy into Israel's immoral leadership.
Is anyone surprised that I am somehow deemed unworthy to speak about American foreign policy? Or that they see me as a powerful voice that needs to be silenced? Frankly, it is expected, because when you push power, power pushes back.
I know she made insensitive comments, tweeting that it's all about the Benjamins. Omar apologized and removed her tweet after being condemned by Republicans and Democrats alike. She even voted for U.S. aid to Israel in 2021. But her point was that U.S. politicians supporting Israel care more about the donor money that they'll receive than forcing Israel to recognize Palestinians' human rights. And she's right, because Palestinians never get half the benefit of the doubt that Israel gets. So Omar was the sole refugee and African-born American in Congress who would have been quite effective on the Foreign Affairs Committee. But it's not U.S. politics unless there's a little retribution and projection.
We're not removing her from other committees. We just do not believe when it comes to foreign affairs, especially the responsibility of that position around the world with the comments that you make. She shouldn't serve there.
Get out of here, dude. The people you just dropped into our top committees also made anti-Semitic remarks, never apologized, and threatened violence against other Congress people. Remember Paul Gosar's depiction of himself murdering AOC in some weird anime fantasy? Yeah, he never apologized to her, but he did get a seat on the Natural Resources and Oversight Committees, the very same committees AOC's on. Marjorie Taylor Greene's had a lot to say about Jews and the Holocaust.
Green theorized a laser beam from space started the deadly 2018 California wildfire. Not just any laser beam from space, but one controlled by wealthy Jewish bankers who wanted to clear land in order to make way for a high-speed rail project.
This woman is mentally ill. You know, we can look back in a time in history where people were told to wear a gold star, and they were definitely treated like second-class citizens, so much so that they were put in trains and taken to gas chambers in Nazi Germany.
What happened on January 6th was a riot, and it needs to be treated as so. These people have been locked up, held in solitary confinement, and now the FBI and the Department of Justice is hunting Americans all over the country. People are going to be fed up with this intimidation because we've seen it before in our history books. We've seen it before with the brown shirts. We've seen it before with the Gestapo.
And what did that get her? House seats on the Oversight and Homeland Security Committees. And we can't forget the media darling, George Santos, the GOP's resident liar.
Look, as I always joke, I'm Jewish. I'm very proud of my grandparents' story. My grandfather fleeing Ukraine, fleeing Stalin's persecution, going to Belgium, finding refuge there, marrying my grandmother, then fleeing Hitler, going to Brazil. That's a story of perseverance.
Does that belittle anyone's experience, maybe? And he got rewarded 2 committee seats for that. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Sweet, innocent McCarthy, back in 2019, made a tweet accusing George Soros, Tom Steyer, and Michael Bloomberg, 3 wealthy Jewish businessmen, of buying an election. And now he gets to be the 3rd most powerful person in the US government. Man, Republicans have short-term memories on purpose, because if you confronted them with their portfolios of wrongdoing, it'd have made kicking Omar off her committee much harder to accomplish. But we live in a world of weak Democratic leadership and inept media, so Republicans win politics this week. So I want to know, what do you think we lose by not having Ilhan Omar on the Foreign Affairs Committee? Let me know in the comments. I'm Leah Cover. Be sure to follow me on The Breakdown, and I'll see you next time.